YouTube, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today I've got 8 more premium t-shirts. These are literally the best t-shirts that money can buy. I've also got 2 t-shirts to give away. So if you want to know more and you want to potentially win a t-shirt, stick around. So if you didn't know already, last year I did a t-shirt episode very much like the one you are about to watch. I covered 7 premium brands. There was Pure Blue Japan, UES or UES, Studio Datazen, for instance, mainly Japanese brands, where I really went through the t-shirts that I've been wearing over the past couple of years and how they'd fared. Because I really just want to give you guys an honest opinion, because these t-shirts are not cheap at all. Some of them are £100 plus. Before we get into it, one thing I wanted to mention again, I did mention this in the last one, and you know, these are expensive t-shirts, so you want to look after them. You see some of these are folded like this, and it's pretty much like you see in a store, how they get folded like that. How do I do that? Very easy. I use what they call a box legend. Now these can be picked up from Amazon. I put the link in the last video and I put a link in this video. Very, very easy to use. You just put the t-shirt down, you do 3 folds and bang, it's done. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I do get some commission from the link down below, but honestly, this has been the best thing for me to store my t-shirts. So honestly, Box Legend V3, I think it is the best thing I've bought. It's like 16 bucks, and honestly, best thing ever. So get yourself a Box Legend, you won't be disappointed. Helps you store your clothes. Secondly, I rattled on about this in the last video, but you know, these t-shirts are expensive. You get t-shirts, and I know you can get cheap t-shirts, but you want to look after your t-shirts. And the biggest problem with t-shirts I find going yellow under the arms is from your deodorant and your sweat. So you get that yellowing, and that is from the aluminium, however we want to say it, that's in standard normal spray-on deodorants, etc. So I use natural deodorant, I have been for many years. I use this one called Salt of the Earth. I highly recommend non-aluminium. The other one I think that is popular in America is Schmitz or Schmintz. I forget how to pronounce it, but I'll put that link as well. Honestly, if you're getting yellowing under your arms from shirts, it's your deodorant. Get a natural deodorant that doesn't have all those parabens, aluminiums, all that kind of stuff, and your shirts will last inevitably a lot longer. So ultimately, these t-shirts are expensive for a few reasons. It's down to the types of cotton they use. Now I put a graph in my last video, and I'll put it in this video here as well, and you can see the different types of cotton lengths. Now there is long staple cotton and there is short staple cotton, etc. And all those different types of cotton affect the type of feel that your t-shirt has. Then there's other things like how it's put together, how it's woven. So in Loopwheeled t-shirts, for instance, they're used on specific Loopwheel machines where there's not many of them in the world, and they're extremely slow. It takes sometimes up to 45 minutes to do fabric for one t-shirt or one jumper. So you can imagine how long it takes to get the amount of fabric they need to make one shirt. And then you look at the workforce that's putting these things together. In Japan, they're really old, and there's very few people that can do things like dyeing the shirts and weaving them and putting them together. So all those factors go into making the shirt and making it why it's premium. Right, first things first, let me just tell you the t-shirts that I was considering for this video, but I didn't for whatever reason. I tried on a few other shirts that I just didn't really click with. First was the 316 garment dye tees, kind of really popular right now with everyone and everywhere. They just released a pink version, and before that they had I think a navy and a reddish kind of one. Awesome, I really wanted to pick one up. There was the pocket tee as well. Tried them on. The large was really the only size that would fit me. Like everywhere else it was fine. Under the arms it was really tight, so I just couldn't make any size work. Medium was too small, extra large was drowning me, and the large just really cut me under the sleeve. So I didn't really gel with that, and I decided against that. So unfortunately I couldn't get that. The next one that everyone would probably assume was the flathead. They make some crazy stuff. I love the flathead. Indestructible tees, but I tried it on. The sizing and the cuts didn't really work with me. They have white stitching around the collar and the arms, I think, and that they have that no matter what color you get. So if you got the black, you would have white stitching around it. I just didn't gel with that, so I didn't get that. And last but not least, and you guys probably know this, was the Real McCoy's athletic Loopwheel t-shirt. Just not up to scratch to fit in a premium t-shirt episode. I still wear it now around the house, and it's still super stretchy. I see a lot of people in the comments saying I probably bought the size was too large, I should have gone down to a medium. Again, like, I don't think that would have made a difference, because even now I just wear it and it's just so stretchy. And you wash it, yeah, it comes back, but anyway, I don't want to give it time. Not for me, that one. So they're the three I did try, and I just didn't think could fit into this video. Right, so first up is the Ironheart. So this is the Ironheart 6.5 ounce Loopwheel t-shirt. It's the IHT1610L. And what can you say about it? 6.5 ounces, quite thin for a shirt. You know, it's good for summer. As I said, this t-shirt I'm wearing here is a 6.5 ounce Loopwheel t-shirt. It's just got a stencil on the front and the back. I love it. I've been wearing this t-shirt for quite a while now. It is a weird kind of cut or fit for me. So I think the neck's a bit tight to get in sometimes. And it's quite a little bit short around the waist as well, and it's like a classic kind of boxy fit. It's by no means a fitted t-shirt at all, but I think it comes in at around £70 or $75. So I think for what you're getting, Japanese made 6.5 ounce Loopwheel t-shirt, it's you know, good value for money. There is certainly a lot more expensive t-shirts in the range. There are other t-shirts that they do, some really heavy ones that I haven't tried yet from Ironheart, but you know, you can't go wrong with this. I think this comes in 2 or 3 colors. I think a blue and a green. Right, so next up is a firm favorite. This is the 4601 from Warehouse & Co. Much like the Ironheart, this is a kind of a classic silhouette. So it's a boxy kind of fit with a shorter length. So that is, you know, I think those Japanese companies like to make a classic kind of reproduction of vintage type shirts. So this is one of them. Again, Loopwheeled, 100% cotton. It's also got a lovely reinforced crew neckline as well. So it's again another one. Once you put them on, they're super soft, but the necks are really, you know, tight, and that's a good thing. It means it won't stretch and get or worn out. So I think this is the off-white color. They do make them in the pocket tee as well, so you can get them. They do make a range of colors. Price-wise was good, £75. I've been waiting on this for a while. It took them a while to get this in stock because they always sell out. And from what I've heard, Warehouse & Co are quite slow to get these kind of shirts to places like the UK in time for summer. So if you don't see it in stock, don't worry, it'll come back every year. Absolutely love it. Like I said, out of all the t-shirts I've got at the moment, I probably wear this the most. So it's had a few wears, a few washes. It hasn't shrunk at all. If you need a shirt that is just super soft, it feels so nice. Can't go wrong with it. 4601 from Warehouse & Co. I love it. Right, so next up is the Samurai Japanese cotton slub yarn tee. Now, this is a very, very unique t-shirt. Till I got the Warehouse & Co, this was my favorite t-shirt. It's still probably one of my favorite t-shirts. Now, I'll read you this just because it's so unique that I'll forget it all. So, this is made from cotton that is grown by the Samurai team. So it's 100% Japanese grown cotton from Sasayama, Hyogo. And then it's custom woven in Wakayama, and it's sewed and dyed in Kyoto. So it's 3 places in Japan. I don't know, it says it's white, but it also says it's dyed. Now this is Samurai's original slubby yarn number 10 cotton, whatever that is. Union special flat seamed throughout. So they've done the works on a triple stitched collar and seams as well. So, you know, it's had the works. What I love about this is, one, sustainability wise, they've grown their own cotton. They've used their own cotton to make their own shirts. It is a wonderful tee. It's not the classic boxy fit like you would see from the Warehouse and the Ironheart. You can see it's already much longer. So it's a more traditional t-shirt in the way that it's put together lengthwise. You'll see it's very slubby, very, very slubby. There's lots of bits on it. So that usually comes from the weaving process, but also lots of these little black bits come from the cotton. So if you ever see cotton, they have all the little black seeds in them. Most places take that out in the process. So you get a white t-shirt, but if you leave all that in the weaving process, it becomes, and that's why you see a lot of t-shirts called natural, and they have all these little bits in it, and that's from the cotton plant as such. That translates to the inside, which is super rough. So if you like a soft t-shirt where you can't feel you wearing it, maybe not this one. This one's probably not for you. This is a very textured t-shirt. I love wearing this in the winter underneath. It just gives you that kind of warmth kind of feel. The cut on this is super killer. For me, it's perfect. It's not tight, it's not fitted, it's just tailored, it's just perfect. It's not boxy. So that's why I absolutely love this t-shirt. It's not cheap though. This was like £100, so that's the annoying thing, because I wanted to get the black one. They have a black one that's I think it's dyed as well. So it's not black like these. It's like a faded black. And I really wanted to get that. And if they do next year, I might pick that up. But honestly, you can't go wrong with this t-shirt as well. If you wanted a real slubby textured t-shirt, it is the most textured t-shirt that I have here, both by look and by feel. If you're interested in this, look it up. They've got their own Instagram and everything. It's called the Samurai Cotton Project on Instagram. It's all in Japanese, so I have no idea what they're saying, but you can see them growing the plants from beginning all the way through to harvest, and then you can see how they process it. They've got a website as well, so well worth checking out if you're really interested in that stuff. Right, onto the other t-shirt that I have that is in the natural off-white color. This is from Merz B Schwanen. Now, I did a video on them called The Art of Loopwheel, so I'll put that up above and in the comments down below if you want to learn more about this brand. Super cheap kind of brand in terms of if you want to get fantastically built clothes at a reasonable price. Honestly, in terms of all these clothes that I do, I think Merz B are such a good price point for such well-made clothes. So this is the 2S14, so it's the heaviest t-shirt they make. It's 14 ounces, well, 13.8 ounces, so it's heavy. It's a thick, heavy t-shirt. A little bit of slub, not much. Lovely loop wheel. You can see the vertical lines, the horizontal lines. Heavy t-shirt. It's kind of a slightly boxy fit, and you know, it's long enough that it doesn't look like the Japanese ones from Ironheart. Most of the Merz B stuff does shrink about 2 inches or 2 centimeters. So for me, this is a 6, which is their large, and I'm a 6 in their jumpers or their pullovers as well. It did shrink a little bit when you wash it, but nothing too major. So I would stick to your normal size maybe, just be prepared for it to shrink a little bit. But yeah, 14 ounces, really heavy, great brand as well. Prices, I think this was, you know, 70 to 90 pounds, I can't remember, honestly. It's 119 euros, so it's maybe about 100 euros. But I mean, if you're going into their jumpers and stuff, they're super cheap for what you're getting. The brand is awesome in terms of sustainability. They source all of their cotton and their textiles from people that they know where it all comes from. It's all certified organic. So I really like what they're doing there in terms of that. But yeah, nice t-shirt, really, even though it's so heavy, it doesn't really feel that heavy. It's really breezy and airy, and a lovely t-shirt to wear. So can't go wrong with Merz B either. Right, last but not least, on this side, before we get into the blacks, is Tezomeya. Now, a lot of people may not have heard of them. I hadn't even heard of them until this year. And shout out to my friend Wade out there for letting me know about this brand, because I didn't know about it. And honestly, I've been wearing this lately. It is so comfortable. The fabric is super soft. Even after you, like, when you first get this, it is super soft. And you're like, okay, you're gonna wash it. It's just gonna get, you know, not as soft as when it's straight out of the bag as such. But honestly, it feels the same after you wash it. It's so soft. Now, I don't know what thickness these are, because it's a bit of a weird one. You have to go to their website, make an order, then they email you, or you email them colors, and it's a bit of a weird situation. But the people you email speak English, so it's fine. And they tell you when the order is gonna, you know, take place, and when you're gonna get it, 2 weeks or so. They go off, they dye it for you, and then this is all hand dyed. and then they ship it to you. Now, it takes around 2 weeks, as I said. You know, I picked up 3 colors, this one, and then the 2 that you saw at the beginning, which I'm gonna give away, so stay tuned to the very end. In terms of fit, again, I think this is similar to the Samurai that I went through before. It's not too fitted, it's not baggy, it's like, it's perfect. So I absolutely love this t-shirt. I need to come around to the orange a little bit, but I will be making another order from these guys. The arms are, you know, not too tight. It's got a little bit of slub to it. It's got those bits of cotton seed, so you can see in it, but it's super soft, unlike the Samurai, which is really kind of rough. It's a marvel, honestly, of a t-shirt. It's not really heavy. I'd say, you know, maybe 6, 7, 8 ounces. It's a thin t-shirt. Lovely, lovely t-shirt from Tezomeya. Check their website out. They have a load of different colors. And a few celebrities, like John Mayer, for instance, wears a Tezomeya one, which they have a picture on their website. So if you like John Mayer, or you like good t-shirts, check them out. Almost forgot about the Tezomeya sizing. So this is the 175 centimeter. So if you go to the website, they'll have different sizes, 155, 165. They don't have small, medium, large, which is a bit odd. So for me, as you know, I'm a large in most t-shirts. This is the 175 centimeter, and it's perfect. It's perfect. So if you're like me, go for that, and you won't be disappointed. As I said at the beginning, this is the, they call the color Ni-Iro, and this is pomegranate and madder root natural dye. Right, straight onto the blacks, and this is the 5.5 ounce Loopwheeled tee from Utilities. Now, this is the lightest I think I have at 5.5 ounces. Again, super thin, 5.5 ounces, really stretchy. Doesn't have that box kind of fit that the other ones from Japan have. Now, this is knitted in, I think, Wakayama, Japan as well. It's a really tight shirt. So I put this on. This is a large. So normally I'd fit a large, but again, with Japanese brands, you just never know. This is super, super tight around my arms, super tight around the body. So for me, I'd have to wear this as a, I'd have to get an extra large. But for that reason, I haven't really worn it to give you an idea on what it's like, but at 5.5 ounces, I think this would be really, really cool for summer if you got yourself a really good size. Now you'll see it's knitted here. It's got a U on there, U for Utilities, obviously. That is called the Itokuzu. Now that roughly translates to lint or waist thread, and if you look really closely, you'll see that there's like little threads, different colored threads and stitches that you would see there. Now that is from one of their factories in Japan where they you know, make their jeans and make all their shirts. So that's a really cool detail that you normally wouldn't pick up, although it does look like the Unilever logo a little bit. Not that that matters, but still. Yeah, not much to say about this. I think they come in around 75 pounds. Some of the other utility shirts come in around 95 pounds, but I think 75 pounds for this shirt is quite decent. But other than that, I've not really tried any other utility stuff before. It's always been on my radar, but never gotten around to it. Next up is the Strike Gold. Now, the Strike Gold are a label, a brand that I wanted to try for many years. I've always heard people talk about them, but it's not one I just really got into until I saw this on sale, not on sale, just for sale, for 55 pounds. And I saw, you know, Loopwheel t-shirt, 55 pounds. That's mental. That is so cheap for what you get. So you will see one thing that I've noticed with this t-shirt is it picks up a lot of hair. So obviously I've got a dog, so this has got all the dog hair on it. And I don't know why that is. I mean, this does use a short staple cotton, so it is more dense. So the shirt is really, really stiff. There's not much stretch in it. It's solid, and it's a very fitted shirt. So the sizing for Strike Gold is really weird. I'm usually a large, but this had to be an extra large. And even the extra large, I could probably go up and get a extra large and have a nicely relaxed shirt. But I do like the shirt when I have a lint roller and you want a fitted black t-shirt that's of a solid, very solid construction. You cannot go wrong with this for 55 pounds as well. They do this in a white, and they also, I think they do a gray. I could be wrong. So, I mean, they say this is actually a 7 ounce. So they say it's a 7 ounce, which I think is, it feels like a lot heavier. It feels almost heavier than the Merz B actually. But it's the cotton that they've used that's so dense that's made it feel like that. It's the same as all the others. It's got the triple needle construction. It's got a slightly slubby texture to it. You can't go wrong. I think if you want a fitted black t-shirt or fitted t-shirt, striped gold, price-wise, pretty good. Can't go wrong with it. Right, so last up, and it's usually a firm favorite actually, firm favorite brand is 316. Now, as I said, I did 316 last year, the more thicker one. This year I have gotten the 316 Pima 2-pack. So it comes in a 2-pack, really good value for money, and it's a really good summer t-shirt because it's super light. They're 160 GSM, got a relaxed drape to them, and they're just a really comfortable t-shirt to wear. So if you were looking for a t-shirt that you just want to throw on in summer and it's quite cheap, this is one for you. It's got a little bit of stretch to it as well. Generous fitting. It's not too fitted. It's not too tight. It's got a really small neck though, so once you put it on, it feels like you're gonna break the neck to get your head in there. But you know, I have a massive head, so that could just be me. 95 quid, 95 pounds for a 2-pack. I think that's pretty good. Right, so let's get to the moment that you guys have probably been waiting for, and that is the giveaway of t-shirts. I have 2 from Tezomeya, brand new, never worn, 2 random colors here. They're in the 175, which are centimeter, which is usually the large. Now, to do this, to win a t-shirt, I'm gonna use one of the online tools that can randomly pick a comment from a YouTube video. But first and foremost, you have to be subscribed to the channel. So if you're not subscribed to this channel, I highly recommend you do, because you won't win otherwise. And I'm gonna do more competitions in the future, and you need to be subscribed. So that's first and foremost. And then secondly, I need you to comment on this video and tell me which was your favorite t-shirt out of all and why. That's it, plain and simple. I will be picking winners you know, in the coming week, and I will contact those winners, and then I'll let you know in the next video. But I will be using one of those online tools that does a random comment picker. So it's all fair. I'm not just choosing random people. So yeah, get to it. Everyone's in with a chance if you're subscribed. Other than that, guys, that is it. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, let me know in the comments down below. You know, give me a thumbs up. And again, like I said, if you haven't subscribed already, I need you to subscribe. I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel, because there's more stuff like this coming in the future. And with all that being said, guys, hope you enjoyed that. Have a great day, and we'll see you in the next one.